Hi, cool cats. Welcome to math time. Today we're going to be practicing a number of different skills. Some of them you already know, some of them will be a little bit new. Well, here's one that you already know. Look, I put numbers from 1 to 10, but what a mess I made. Can you help me fix it? Ay, ay, ay. This has to be in order. It can't go 3, 7, 6, 4 like that. No. So what's the right order for this? Well, obviously, it's going to be 1, and then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, and finally 10. I think we can just forget all about that top row because I don't know what happened, but I did a big mess. So I'm gonna erase it. And then we're gonna work with this list of numbers in the correct order. And we're going to do something else with it. Okay, so this is the correct order, right? Okay, so now let's count backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. But we're not done. Now I'm gonna change this up. See what you think of this change. You might be a little bit surprised, or maybe not, we'll see. Okay, this is what I did. I erased 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And the numbers that we're left with are going to show us something new because we've counted by 1s, by 5s, and by 10s. We've been doing that a lot since August, and you guys are so good at it. So today we'll be counting by, you guessed it, 2s. This is how we're going to count by 2s. So we start with 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, let's just do it one more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You know, it would be a good idea to practice this until you can do it in your sleep, just a lot of times, until you can say it super fast. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then guess what? Before you know it, you'll be counting even higher. So since today, I'd like to hear that you are all practicing counting by 2s. Don't forget the 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. No, don't forget that. But keep that in mind and start with your 2s practice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then go on and on from there, okay? Bravo to you. Well, I brought back the thermometer because we've been talking about temperature. Moving on to a little different topic. We've been talking about temperature. And I have a picture here of the old-fashioned thermometers you might remember that we used before that had red ink down here and red ink going up here. And remember that those thermometers told us how hot or how cold it is outside. These are outdoor thermometers, and they have numbers to measure exactly how many degrees, starting at 0 and all the way up to 120. Well, looking at these two thermometers, if it's very hot outside and I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt to go out, which thermometer would show that day? Which one? Did you say this one? Because that's correct. And look, it says 90 degrees. That sounds just about right for these days in Miami. 90 degrees, the temperature goes up like this. Okay, and which thermometer would show a day that I need to put on a hat, a scarf, gloves, coat, extra, extra, extra. That would be this one, because this one has a temperature showing at 20 degrees. I don't think we've seen that in Miami. 20 degrees is chilly. It's quite chilly. And you have to put on a lot of clothing. Okay, so just remember the difference between the numbers. When it's very hot, the numbers get bigger, 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 higher, higher. And when it's cold, the numbers get smaller and lower. Okay, that is an old-fashioned thermometer, but the plan works just the same if you're using a digital thermometer like we have in the classroom or on your mom's telephone, or outside sometimes, even on the buildings, there's a digital thermometer. So the higher numbers are going to show hotter weather, and the lower numbers are going to show colder weather, cool weather. Remember that word from today with the Ool family, cool weather. Okay, so now I have a little story about a country fair. And you might ask, some of you might ask anyway, what is a country fair? Well, I have some pictures to show you. This is a country fair where you get to show off your animals if you're a farmer. And some country fairs even have sheep shearing contests to see who does the most beautiful shearing of the wool. Remember, sheep's wool goes to make clothing, and the sheep don't get hurt in the process. They actually like it when it gets really hot outside. They like that wool to just disappear. Okay, so this is what you might see at the fair, the country fair or the county fair. All different kinds of animal showing off contests. This one has a lot of sheep. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the county fair for a few minutes. Just wanted you to familiarize yourself. Have you been to one? I have. It's really fun. Sometimes it does smell like a farm, but that's okay. The animals are so cute. And even kids go with the animals that they help raise on the farm, because in farms everybody works. And at the fair sometimes you can see young people with amazing, beautiful animals that they've helped to raise. Okay, so this is a story about a fair. So the county fair is a place for people, especially farmers, to show off their best farm animals and to display baked and canned goods. Oh, I didn't mention that part, but yeah, you know how Farmer Brown has pumpkins and tomatoes and all of that, and Mrs. Brown is always making pie and food. Well, usually the farmers and their families take the best examples and bring them to the county fair to compete and see who has the best pumpkin in the whole county, or the best cabbage, or whatever it is. So the fair is usually held in the fall after harvest. Often there are contests to see which animal is the largest or the best looking, and which pie, jam, or canned good looks and tastes the best. People go to the country fair to look at the prize animals, taste the special goodies, and purchase some of the homemade items. So county fairs are so much fun, so much fun. I hope that maybe this fall you might get to visit one. That would be really nice. Well, now I'm going to take a look and scoot you here so you can share also at Farmer Brown's barnyard. You'll remember this. You've been here before. There we go. Okay, so this is Farmer Brown's barnyard. There's his barn and the chicken coop, and in here is the pen where he holds his animals, and out here is just the barnyard. Now, I don't have sheep. So sad. So I'm substituting these teddy bears. I'm gonna pretend they're sheep, and you could do the same thing at home. You can do make-believe when you're doing games. You don't have to always be so realistic. That's why I don't mind having, yellow and blue and green and red. So let me see how many I have. I'll line them up. They're different size ones too. They're so cute. Okay, so then we practice counting by twos. Yay! 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we do have 10 sheep. Please don't call them teddy bears. For now, they are sheep. So here goes a story. We're going to use them to tell a word problem. Here's the story. Pay attention. Farmer Brown was busy getting his sheep ready for the county fair. He would be entering the sheep shearing contest. Mrs. Brown wanted the sheep to be clean for the fair, so she helped Farmer Brown wash the sheep out in the barnyard. Together they washed 6 sheep, and Farmer Brown put them into the pen. Then they washed 2 more sheep and put them into the pen. How many sheep are washed and ready for the fair? Okay, so first of all, let's write this down. I like to have my numbers nice and clear. So, how many were in the beginning? Do you remember? 6. And then there were 2 more. And then finally, all together, 8, right? That's how many they finally cleaned. This is the cleaning story. Okay, so let's just read that one more time. 6 plus 2 equals 8. That's pretty straightforward, and I think we're very familiar with this by now. It's a little bit of review. So, 2 numbers that you add together in a sum are called addends. These are addends. Let me say that a little clearly. Addends are the numbers that you add up in a number problem or a sum. Okay? So, the answer is called the sum. So these are addends. How many are there? 2, right? There are 2 addends and the sum. Very important to know the names of the parts of a word problem. Okay. So what does the addend 6 stand for? That stands for the 6 sheep Farmer Brown put in the pen after they were washed. And what does the addend 2 stand for? 2 more sheep that Farmer Brown washed and put into the pen. So let's see how that looks. Let's take a look at that real quick. So there were washing sheeps. There were 2, 4, 6 that got washed first of all. And then later, 2 more got washed, okay? So now, all together, in the pen are 8. Isn't that what happened, right? And that is shown by this word, this number sentence. 6 plus 2 equals 8. Very good. Okay, now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Instead of these numbers, let's put some other numbers up here. Okay, so 5 plus 3 equals. Okay, so you could say that 5, there's 5, plus 3 equals, and together, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay, 5 plus 3 equals 8. That's kind of like what we just did with the washing, but just here. There's another way to write this. So this time, I'm not going to write it in a line going across. I'm going to write it like going down, so that this number plus this number equals, and then the answer here. We already know that's number 8, right? So this is the same story, only it's going vertically. It's not going straight across. Okay? In a moment, we're going to look at a fun game that we can play with that. Be right back.